here's what nobody saw coming. A match that should have been Zimbabwe's for the taking turned into another masterclass in Sri Lankan resilience. And Pathum Nissanka just proved once again why he's becoming the most underrated batsman in world cricket. In what can only be described as a thrilling opener to the three-match T20I series, Sri Lanka managed to chase down Zimbabwe's competitive total of 175 runs with just 5 deliveries remaining, securing a nail-biting 4-wicket victory at Harare Sports Club on Wednesday. But here's where it gets controversial. Was this really about Sri Lankan brilliance? Or did Zimbabwe simply throw away what should have been a comfortable win? The 27-year-old Nissanka delivered yet another clutch performance, crafting a beautiful 55 runs off just 32 deliveries that included 4 boundaries and 2 towering sixes. This marked his 15th T20 half-century, continuing his red-hot form that saw him dominate the preceding ODI series with both a 50 and a century. The right-handed batsman seemed to be cruising Sri Lanka toward an easy victory, until disaster struck in the most dramatic fashion possible. And this is the part most people miss. Cricket matches aren't won by individual brilliance alone. And Nissanka's departure via a top-edged catch off Tinatenda Maposa's bowling triggered what can only be described as a spectacular batting collapse. In the span of just 19 balls, 4 Sri Lankan wickets tumbled like dominoes, while the team managed to add a measly 10 runs, leaving them gasping at 106-4 when they should have been celebrating. But here's where the real controversy begins. Should Kamindu Mendis be getting more recognition as Sri Lanka's most valuable finisher? His unbeaten 41 runs off merely 16 balls, featuring 4 massive sixes, single-handedly rescued Sri Lanka from what looked like certain defeat, working in tandem with Dushan Hemantha, who contributed a steady 14 not out. Mendis displayed the kind of composed power hitting that wins matches under pressure. Zimbabwe's bowling attack, led by the impressive Richard Nagara, who claimed 2-19 in his 4-over spell, certainly didn't make things easy for the visitors. Nagara's economical figures at Harare Sports Club represented the pick of Zimbabwe's bowling performance, raising questions about whether his teammates provided adequate support when it mattered most. Earlier in the innings, Zimbabwe's Brian Bennett had given the home crowd plenty to cheer about with a scintillating knock of 81 runs, falling just 10 runs shy of his personal best T20 score. This represented Bennett's 5th T20 half-century, and he looked destined for something special until he attempted an ambitious scoop shot that proved his undoing. Dushmantha Chamira's perfectly executed Yorker crashed into the middle stump, ending Bennett's innings in spectacular fashion and finishing with impressive figures of 3-30. The only other Zimbabwean batsman to make a significant contribution was captain Sikandar Raza, who managed 28 runs before falling victim to a sharp catch by Nissanka at deep mid-wicket off Hemantha's bowling. This raises an interesting question. Was Zimbabwe's batting too dependent on Bennett's heroics? And did their middle order fail when leadership was needed most? What makes this result even more intriguing is the context. Both teams will face each other again on Saturday and Sunday, meaning this opening encounter sets up what promises to be a fascinating battle for series supremacy. The close nature of this first match suggests we're in for 2 more edge-of-the-seat encounters. But here's the real question the cricket fans should be debating. Is Sri Lanka's ability to win close matches a sign of mental strength, or are they cutting things too fine against supposedly weaker opposition? And, conversely, should Zimbabwe be concerned that they couldn't close out a match where they held most of the advantages? The statistics tell their own story. Sri Lanka reached their target of 177 for 6 in 19.1 overs. But the margin of victory doesn't reflect just how precarious their position became during that middle-order collapse. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe's total of 175 for 7 in their allotted 20 overs represented a competitive score that should have been defendable on home soil. What do you think? Was this a case of Sri Lankan experience shining through under pressure? Or did Zimbabwe simply fail to capitalise on their opportunities? Should Kamindu Mendis be considered Sri Lanka's most crucial finisher in limited overs cricket? Share your thoughts and let's get this debate started in the comments below.